I honestly think he's the best T20 batsman in the world.
Jaiswal deserves a look in, and Virat drops a spot.
I would have wanted Yashasvi Jaiswal to bat opening. So who do you rate as number one T20 batsman? Right to agree on this. As much as you have been behind,
Thank you.
a little bit behind Jadeja.
Magnificent catch. Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot. Picks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries. Hello and welcome to Cric It with Badri, another episode of Cric Debate. As usual, we have our guest Priyatham here. This video is presented to you by DIVO News. Hi Priyatham, how are you doing?
Good,
to
Badri,
see
how are you?
Very well, very well. Thank you, Priyatham. How is Scotland treating you? What's happening? Are you in a good mood?
Always in a good mood when India wins, right? So good mood. So what did you make of the victory yesterday?
Convincing. I feel it was a convincing victory for Team India, and I feel they have definitely taken a big step towards the semi-final spot. Probably the best team in this group. I know probably you're not going to agree.
But you forgot there's a team called Australia, Badri. even though that was a convincing victory, if you look at the margin, finally it turned out to be about 57 runs. Convincing victory, absolutely no doubt. But I think you look at it, there are some concerns, right? If you want to talk about that, a couple of questions for you in the sense that this pair of Rohit and Virat, absolutely pedigreed cricketers, no doubt about that. White ball giants, especially in the ODI format, absolute giants. The white ball coming together and opening, is that really the way forward as you play Bangladesh and as you play Australia and hopefully the semi-finals? Because I think there seems to be some confusion in approach. I thought Virat would bat right through, but he couldn't bat right through and against Afghanistan. Rohit, we know, is always going to play that way. So what is your take on that, Badri?
Yeah, Virat's form is definitely a concern, a real concern for us if we need to talk about it. 4 innings is a long time for a player like Virat Kohli. In fact, before this match, he had just got 9 runs in 3 innings. It's not the Virat Kohli that we know, so probably we have to look at that, and that's why we are discussing it here. In fact, even Rohit Sharma, both the pair of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma haven't been great. But the good thing for these two great players is that the middle order is pulling up the goods. So that's what is actually enabling the team to win. And India being unbeaten, even without Virat and Rohit firing early in the tournament, shows the depth that is there in the Indian team lineup. But yes, I think Virat Kohli's form is definitely a concern. I thought, like you mentioned, he will play through. Because that is what, when a batsman is out of form, as batsmen, this is what we do. We try and play longer, try and take the team through. Even a run-a-ball innings is fine. Last 5 overs, you can accelerate. Once you get a score under your belt, once you spend time in the middle, form will come back to you. But taking on Rashid Khan at that time and ending up in a catch, Virat Kohli, yes, I think it is definitely a concern, but good thing the middle order is pulling up, Priyatham.
I think if you look at the IPL, I mean, I don't want to compare international cricket to the IPL, but in the general trend of how Virat paced his innings, he went early, he went aggressive, but he tried to bat through the IPL at least till the 14th, 15th, 16th over. And in fact, he had 100, I think, also. So it's not like he didn't want to bat through. So I don't know what the instructions between Virat, Rohit and Dravid are, but there seems to have been a change in plan.
But having said that, then questions are arising out of his strike rate. That's what is happening. When Virat is trying to bat through, obviously questions are being raised over his strike rate. So this tournament, he's trying to bat aggressive. He's trying to up the run rate, and he's ending up losing his wicket. So that is going a little bit out of the DNA of Virat. So that is what is happening to Virat Kohli. This is my honest assessment. So I think he has to somewhere find a balance and go back to his DNA and what his game is.
Because I think that these pitches are not your 220, 230 IPL pitches. So you need somebody to bat right through and offer support to the hitters like, Sky or Rishabh or Pandya or Akshar Patel down the order. So if somebody like a Virat is there, Virat can explode in the last 3-4 overs. Maybe they'll change that, but I don't know. It's I'm not saying this should happen, but I seriously think that maybe Jaiswal deserves a look in, and Virat drops a spot, which brings the next question I was going to raise was Shivam Dube. You've given him enough chances. He was a 6 hitter. You put him in position against his 2 spinners. Your 6 hitter went 1-6, and if he had got out Badri, hitting a 6 and getting caught deep mid wicket, long off, absolutely fine. But the way he got out, when he tried to play a cue shot, that is not what you send Shivam Dube up the order for.
Yes, you got a point there, but see, I believe that two wrongs doesn't make a right. This is what I want to say. Yes, I would have wanted Yashasvi Jaiswal to bat opening, Virat at batting at number 3, Rohit and Virat opening. It's not always right, but then now is the time. Probably you need a player like Shivam Dube, because the middle overs. This again, you saw the wicket in Barbados that India played. It was a very very slow wicket, and you faced 3 spinners. You had Noor. You had Rashid Khan and you had Mohammad Nabi, 3 spinners in operation. I want a Shivam Dube right out there in the middle. So even though he didn't fire, but I think that probably now is the time to back Shivam Dube. So you are playing Shivam Dube in New York conditions and now not playing Shivam Dube, I think it becomes two wrongs. Yes, as much as I love to see Virat bat at number 3 and Rohit and Virat not opening, now there is no spot for Yashasvi. This is my honest assessment, Rhythm.
Because I mean, I know you've come with a plan, but at some point you should have a plan B. That is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to disagree with you, because you cannot have one plan, come in and say, okay, this is why I picked this team. I will go with this team regardless of what happens. I think we've got to react to that, and definitely this is something that's going to be talked about between Dravid and Rohit for sure. Because how long do I push Dube in? Because against a guy like us,
you can't drop Virat or Rohit. So you can't do that. You can't drop Virat or Rohit Sharma.
You have to go. You have to ask Dube to sit out and bring Jaiswal. And keep in mind, Shivam Dube is a spin killer. Jaiswal can break the game open for you in the first 6 overs, similar to what Travis Head and David Warner are doing for Australia. So I don't think that you're going to lose out on much.
Yeah, but the good thing is, I think Surya Kumar Yadav is pulling up the goods. He's got 2 back-to-back half centuries. He's playing brilliantly. What a knock he played. I think he was just phenomenal. It just seemed like the wicket was just a good batting track. When he was batting, hitting shots down the ground, sweep. He used the sweep shot exceptionally well. A very good shot against quality spinners. That's what sweep is always used. Yes, using it at the right times and executing it, brilliant batting. I honestly think he's the best T20 batsman in the world, Pratham. I don't know whether you're going to agree with it or not, but I think he's the number 1 T20 batsman in the world, and he proved it.
No, Sky was absolutely phenomenal. And like you said, those sweep shots that he pulls out against spin, no other Indian batsman has that range of sweep. He sweeps from deep mid-wicket to really short fine legs. So he's got that range and he's phenomenal, absolutely no doubt. And I mean, he's definitely up there, Badri. He'll be amongst my top 3-4 batsmen. But until he actually does it in a crunch game against bigger opposition, I don't know if you can say he's the best T20, but definitely open for debate.
So who do you rate as number 1 T20 batsman right now in world cricket? If not Sky.
I think there's enough people there who'll take on that mantle. You've got Klaasen, you've got the Head at the top of his game. So I think there are a couple of contenders. And they've especially people like Head have done it when it matters. So we'll see how it goes. But definitely Surya's name is always going to be up there when you talk about the top batsmen. And let's not also want to ask you, Badri, a very refreshing approach from Rishabh throughout this tournament. Every game he's come in and ready to get a move on. Yesterday he played only 11 balls, 10 balls, and the 11th ball he got out, but his strike rate was 180. Remarkable intent being shown in that position by Rishabh, which is really important for the run rate to move ahead in the first 6-7 overs, especially if one of the openers gets stuck.
Phenomenal. I think the move to number 3, Rishabh Pant moved up number 3 has been a master stroke from the Indian team management. Hats off to them for having the confidence in Rishabh Pant to move him up the order to number 3. So that's a great thing. And the player has also responded really well. This is when the team grows. When you back a player into a certain position and he delivers, the trust between the player and team goes to a next level. And that's what is happening with Rishabh Pant. And I'm happy to see Hardik Pandya as well. He got some really good shots over extra cover 6, straight down the ground 6. Happy to see Hardik Pandya do well as well. He's been an important, he's I think an important member of this Indian squad. The all-rounder, he brings balance. So I think his knock was also pretty useful. That little partnership with Surya Kumar Yadav, the Mumbai Indians boys pulled up a crucial partnership at a crucial time.
Hardik Pandya, when he bowls those 2 to 3 overs, I mean, he can give you, say 30 or even 20, 21 balls on these pitches. He becomes invaluable. The thing is with Hardik Pandya, he's either been injured and he's not been able to give you that finishing kick. Because if India have to go deep into this tournament, when I'm saying deep, I'm saying play the finals, Hardik Pandya becomes very, very essential. He is that guy at the end who has to give you that. Hopefully he can continue that, because I think India lack a bit of finishing kick, which is my next question or a point I want to raise. Aksar played that role beautifully. Against Pakistan, he played that stabilizer role. Against Afghanistan, he came in and scored a quick 12 of 6 balls. And the captain showed enough faith in him to bowl him in the power play. which then brings to my point saying that I think he needs to bat ahead of Jadeja because he can get few more balls. And Aksar is a guy who goes from ball one. No, I think it's
Yeah.
a logical move
Yes,
that
yes,
is waiting
yes.
to
Yeah,
happen.
definitely. I think what your observation is right. I have to agree on this. As much as you have been behind
Thank you.
a little bit behind Jadeja the whole time. Yes, Jadeja doesn't have good numbers, to be honest. If you look at it, the match against Afghanistan was the first match that he scored a run. He was on 0 throughout the tournament. The first run was got by Jadeja in the Super 8s. So literally, that's the way his numbers has been, his form has been. Yes, Akshar Patel should have probably come up the order ahead of Jadeja is what I thought, because form always precedes the player, because the current form is the most important thing as a team, as a management you have to look at. So I thought Akshar Patel, yes, he's doing a good job. He surprised me, to be honest. I was thinking Akshar Patel probably shouldn't.
I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, I know, but I'm honestly surprised that Akshar Patel is coming. The way he's performing, he's become a utility cricketer, so he probably is kind of sealed his place. But hats off to Jasprit Bumrah as well, Priyatham. Time and again, he's proving that if Surya Kumar Yadav for me is the number one T20 batsman, Jasprit Bumrah is probably the number one bowler as well. What a spell! Whenever he comes into bowl, power play, end overs, middle overs, he's there for the captain. I think every ball that he bowls is worth its weight in gold.
You read my mind. Actually, I know I'm throwing a lot of questions at you today. My next question was, are we going to depend on Bumrah so much to bail us out every single game? No questions there. Sky, I said I have a doubt as to if he's the best batsman. Absolutely no debate at all. Bumrah is the best white ball bowler in the world. There is zero doubt about that. And again, he came through yesterday. Just worried that if we are if you're going to rely on him too much, because one game I want Bumrah to kind of relax, saying, okay, this is a big total. I really don't need to turn up, because I think we are, asking Bumrah to do a lot every time, and he delivers also. So just remarkable the consistency that Bumrah has. He seems to be way ahead of the batsman in terms of his reading the game or what to bowl. And also good to see our favorite Badri. I think this one both of us agreed on. We wanted to see Kuldeep with the 11. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, we discussed about it, and it was an expected change. I think surprisingly enough, he started off with a no ball. Everybody was shocked. Thought a little bit of rustiness. The first ball of his spell, he started with a no ball. A little bit of rustiness, he said. That's what we were thinking, but no, he came back well. I think Indian team management will be persistent. They will hold on to Kuldeep being a spinner. I think he'll be given a long run. Rohit Sharma seems to like Kuldeep Yadav as well as a bowler, so probably he will be seen more in the 11. Is what I think.
And looking ahead, what do you think is going to be? Because India's next opponents are going to be Bangladesh in the Super 8s. So what do you think? What is your initial take, thought, 11s, gut feel?
The Bangladeshi Tigers, they aren't to be taken lightly. I think they have their strengths. They played some good cricket to come into the Super 8s. So they always play to their strengths and always punch above their weight. That's what I know of Bangladesh. Not highly talented, but they're dependent on a few players. Shakib Al Hasan has always a key role. I think he'll be the mainstay as far as batting goes, because he has to take the team through on his shoulders. He has done it. And he knows all these Indian players, and he's been playing from the 2007 World Cup. Priyatham, he's been for ages, almost 20 years, he's been playing T20 cricket. So he's the oldest warhorse around. So Shakib Al Hasan will always be the key as far as batting goes. But then bowling this Russian leg spinner, he's also bowling really well. And I'm predicting this too early, but I'm predicting this Russian is going to go for some good money in the next IPL auction, Priyatham. I think he's going to get some big bucks, because he's a rare commodity. He's bowling fast, he's turning it, and he can bat a bit. He's a good fielder, good commodity. If I'm in an IPL franchise, he's sitting there, I will look at this boy as a good option.
Yeah. I mean, no show will go without a reference to the IPL, which is a reflection of where the game is heading. But yeah, absolutely right. I think from what I saw of him, very, very impressive. And leg spinners are a rare commodity. The guy who can turn the ball at speed, decent bat, young kid. So that is definitely a huge plus in his favor. Shakib, I think, he's been a very, very loyal soldier for Bangladesh. Also, Badri, if you've looked at the history of India-Bangladesh, especially since that 2015 World Cup when Rohit was caught off a no ball, which Bangladesh claimed it was not a no ball, there's always some tensions between India and Bangladesh. And then that win in Bangalore with 2 runs of needed of 3 balls, Bangladesh messed it up. So I think they always think that they're India's equal and try to bring their A game, which is good. In a contest, you want the other team to show up also because you don't want it to be a no contest. So I think Bangladesh will always fancy their chances against India, especially since they upset them in that 2007 World Cup in West Indies. Ever since then, Bangladesh have felt that they can take on India. So you're absolutely right. They're not going to be taken lightly, but I think, and I'll wait for your opinion, India probably have a little too much firepower for Bangladesh at the moment, especially with the ball.
Yeah, I think Bangladesh can surprise, but I think India is definitely too good for them. If they play to the potential, Bangladesh shouldn't be any hassle for the Indian side, and that's what at least we expect. And India definitely the favourites in the Super 8 match against Bangladesh. Thank you, Pritham, for coming on Cricket with Badri and being a guest.
Thank you, Badri. I think lot of questions thrown at you today, so thank you for going through them patiently.
Always love it. And this video again was presented to you by DIVO News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to press the bell icon as well. So whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Thank you guys. See you soon.